It's just like 10 after 1. It's like 10 after 1. My color's better today. So whoever said my color was not good in the video last night, it wasn't. We went from 60 degrees to like 28 in one 12-hour span. And when that occurs, my neuromuscular disorder tries to kill me. So I was not feeling the best last night. And so thank you enough for knowing me and well enough to pick up on the fact that my color was not great. I wasn't feeling great. I'm feeling a little bit better today, but I'm very still swollen and sore, and the muscles that like to freeze and lock with this neuromuscular disorder. That was like that was popped way up. Sorry. Still having some neuromuscular crap going on, but it's supposed to be it's much better today. It's supposed to be really warm tomorrow. So I'm hoping I feel more normal and have less swelling tomorrow. So, but it just comes with the weather. And anytime we're in transition seasons, holy crap, I swell just constantly, like a marshmallow's put in the microwave for 3 seconds. Every time the weather changes. So we had a really big weather change the other night, and I'm just still dealing with, if you can tell, like this muscle's wanting to freeze. And so I'm trying not to hold my phone, but it's just what happens when you have this neuromuscular disorder that I have, and the seasons change. Transition times kill me. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the 60s, so I should feel really good tomorrow. I'm going to try to get some sun and some vitamin D in me. But apparently during the chat last night, because I could not see, I'm blind without glasses, and I wasn't trying to read that screen so far away, and I wasn't feeling the greatest. But someone said something that I was selling the stuff behind me. That is my craft hoard. I'm a crafter. That's just full of stuff that I have not made yet. And what I do is I like pay my mods with crafts. Like my mods do stuff for free for me. They're great, wonderful people. So I make crafts and stuff like that. And I send out stuff to friends, and I pay my mods and craft stuff. They love my crafts. We do craft stuff here on the channel. I like to craft. It's something that keeps me going. I am not monetized. I don't know who started that rumor, but listen, did anybody see a super chat sticker in that shit? No, you didn't. Hi, Lady Green. I'm not monetized. I've never been monetized. I don't want to be monetized. Why would I want to go to YouTube and get money from YouTube when I know as soon as I open my mouth and tell the truth, they're going to pull the rug out from underneath me? That doesn't sound very smart, does it? I would never rely on YouTube for an income, okay? And number two, my health is so up and down, I could never keep myself and my content stable enough to have an income on YouTube. So sometimes I'm gone for weeks at a time due to hospitalizations or illness. It's not a viable source of income. So, it's just not anything I've ever thought about doing. Hi, Lady Green. Hi, Preppy Girl. But anyway, somebody said last night that I was monetized. I'm not monetized. Will never be monetized. YouTube will never be my job. I will never take a penny from YouTube. Don't want to take a penny from YouTube. I do get items from Temu to review, and as long as I review the items, I get the items for free, and they tell you what I think about them. I always tell you the truth. I've done that 3 times with Temu. That's all. That's the only thing I've ever gotten, and that's the only thing I've ever gotten for free for my review, what I think about it. And most of it's like craft crap, because I'm a crafter. This is my craft hoard. Somebody said she's selling this shit behind her. It ain't even put together. I mean, maybe if I had a yard sale, but I mean, I haven't even crafted. This is just where I stick all my craft hoard. Because if I look at it, then it makes me do it faster, because I hate looking at this stupid curio. So that's where I stick all my craft crap. And then by spring and summer, it'll be back to decorations. And then I'll start filling it again for next winter. If y'all been with me for the few years I've been on this, y'all know what this craft curio is about. It's decorated during the summer after I've done everything through the winter. And then in the winter, it looks like this when I start crafting again. I buy up stuff and hoard it in here and craft at my kitchen table, because that's what makes my little disabled heart happy when I have bad days. So I know, first the curtains, then I'm monetized. I'm not monetized. Then I'm selling the stuff behind me. I haven't even put that. I mean, if I could sell that stuff without ever do anything with it, I mean, wouldn't I be daggum on it? I mean, shucks. If people put as much effort into reviewing and researching the world around them as they do crawling at my ass, they would be flipping astrophysicists, I swear. And by the way, while you're up there, do I have any colon polyps? I'm very concerned about that. Thank you for subscribing. Black Wolf. I know another Black Wolf that goes by Black Wolf. I don't know if you're the same person or not. But yeah, Lucia, it was crazy what they were saying last night. And I was just like, I'm not monetized. Did anybody see a super chat sticker in there? No, I'm not monetized. I don't want to be affiliated with YouTube. The only reason I use YouTube is because it's basically how you reach the masses. And I'm just sorry, but masses or asses. L7 was correct. That's a song. It's a group. The Masses or Asses by L7. Go check it out. They completely hit on society perfectly in that song. The Masses or Asses. Well, during the winter is the hardest time of the year for me because of the weather ups and downs, and I live in a very weird, as Sabrina said the other day, a very weird weather area. It's just weird here, and it affects my disorder a lot, a lot. So I have been too, Savannah. I've been struggling all week with this weather change, and it's just been a struggle. And I've done some crafts, like I've been working on a dream catcher and stuff, and because I've got three in the mix, because one of them's yours, and I've just not accomplished much. And the last 2 days, Sabrina's cooked 2 of the 3 meals each day. So, and it's just because I've been dealing with this weather change. I mean, 30 something degrees change in one day. That was just too much for my system. It was too much, and I just swelled. I'm so swelled. I'm still so swollen. I feel better today, but yeah, I did not feel good last night. It was a rough night. Yeah, I've been trying not to sleep because I've got, she's here and I don't get to see her that much. But yeah, I've been spending some time down, and so when she's doing her videos and stuff, that's when I try to rest. And then when she's in here and I'm trying to be with her as much as possible while she's here because I know I won't get to see her for a while. But I feel better today. My color is much better today. And I was really swollen down through here last night, and my face, and it was just bad. But everybody wants to know why we're in my kitchen, and it's because literally I have the tiniest house. There's really nowhere else to be, y'all. I have a tiny little like cabin home, okay? It's itty bitty, you see, and it's nothing but taxidermy and itty bitty. There's really nowhere else to film. And yes, I put all my craft hoard in my curio, one of my curios. The other curio is decorated, but I do put all my crafts in my curio behind me because it's easy to access, and it forces me to look at it, so we'll get it done. And that's one of the things that if I have to look at that mess, I will get it crafted. But normally my curios look like that one back there that's set up. They normally look like that, but this is my craft hoarder. This is my bad habit right here. So, but I like to craft. And my poor mods bust their butts trying to help. And so I craft. And I don't know who started all the rumors, but oh, hang on. I got to dip somebody. Oh. Y'all, I mean, I'm trying to be a nice person, but it's stupid. I mean, it's absolutely stupid what's being said. I just thought I'd hop on here and say I'm not monetized. I've never been monetized. I don't want to be monetized. YouTube keeps begging me to monetize. I refuse to monetize because I stay sick so much. As soon as I would get any kind of income, it would go because I'd end up in hospital and have 3 weeks without a video and lose the algorithm, and there I be. That's not. I can't depend on that kind of income. And with my health the way it is, it's not a plausible way for me to make money. So why would I do it? So just I don't know. But somebody said I was monetized. I am not monetized. I do not want money from YouTube. I'm not. And this is my craft hoard. I love to craft. So I get stuff and stick it in that curio all winter. And in the late spring when it's empty, it'll be decorated again. And then I'll start plugging it full of craft stuff by August, September, and then it'll look like this until I get it all done again. If you've been with me on this channel for 3 or 4 years, you know how I craft. I'm a crafter. I know I say it and I say it repeatedly, but stupid people just have to, if they leave one seed out there of doubt for somebody to catch, and that's what they want to do is they want to try to disarm somebody with doubt. And I'm like, I'll tell you about me. I don't have anything to hide. I'm pretty much an open book. I talk about my health all the time. I just want people to understand what's going on and how things are being used, and to just kind of crack open your brain a little bit wider and look. Thank you, Oscar, for making so much noise. Go on. But I just want people to be aware and to open their eyes and to research. I'm not telling anybody how to live, what to live by, or just this is what we found. This is what we've uncovered on government websites. And so this is something that you may need to be aware of. So, it's just like, let me go ahead and move him on out. I get tired of kicking people out, but I'm just tired of dealing with them. Normally I let stupid shine, but we've had so much troll traffic in the last few months that I just can't stand it anymore. I'm kind of done with it. So, I'm kind of done with it. So, it's just literally most of them are probably bots. I mean, honestly, if you look at how YouTube is ran, probably most of them are bots, but I just don't have time to deal with them. So it's just that we just want to be good people that try to, when we find something that has affected us, we want to tell y'all about it and give you that web addresses and the ability to research, to make up your own mind. I know my channel never has trolls, and now it's boomed and I've got trolls, but it boomed even before Sabrina got here, and I don't know what all that was about. But I think a lot of it is I finally got to the level on YouTube where people start to take notice of your channel, and it's like, y'all, I just like the quiet people that want to have rational discussions, talk about things, conversations that make you go, huh? Okay, I'll look at that. Or just spend some time crafting or having a nice little kitchen visit. This is kind of what my thing is, a little kitchen visit with a friend. Yeah, it's sad when you don't want to upload to your own channel, Scully. It's sad because people that share, the important stuff that's going on, and make people laugh, that's a big help to a lot of people. Like when I'm really sick, I know a lot of YouTube channels bring me a lot of joy. And so it's really sad when you're doing something positive and people make you not want to do that because they're just being idiots. Just idiots, And it's sad that the internet is not policed in certain ways because a lot of it is just, I mean, honestly, it's harassment. I mean, they're using the same phone lines that you can get phone harassment charges on. So why can't you get some kind of harassment charge on here? But sadly, the law has not caught up with the internet, and I honestly don't know if it ever will or can. I don't even know if that's a possibility. But they're going to go after the people that use it, for the big crimes, the bad crimes, and not for the little dibbly. But honestly, if you really look into it, the majority of them are probably bots. And I don't care what they say about me because I supervise murders. I've been called everything before. It doesn't really matter. But I don't want my sub base affected by some of the meanness that I've seen come through. Yeah, Facebook. I don't go on Facebook very. I might share something that I want to remember or something I want to a recipe or something, but I don't really do a lot of Facebook anymore at all. Not unless I'm like trying to find somebody for a reason and I've lost their phone number. That's about the only reason I'm on Facebook. But people are stupid. People are stupid. Somebody asked the other day on David's channel, I don't know in what tone they meant it. It might have been on his video that I posted on mine. They were like, is there any way that he can walk more quietly in the woods? And I thought, why would he need to? He traps. The animals aren't going anywhere. And when you got a 500-pound black bear in the woods, you want to make noise and let them know you're coming. So why would you want to be stealthy when A, you're not hunting, B, everything's trapped, it's not running away from you, and C, you want to let the big boogers know you're en route, But I just thought that just kind of, what? Just kind of made me go, huh? So, but some people ask stuff and I'm just like, okay, that's the thought process we have here. And I saw some stupid people when I supervised felons because felons make stupid mistakes, but I swear I see more stupid people on YouTube. Of course, they could be felons too. I just don't know their criminogenic status. So, it's just weird. It's just weird. Property Owners Association. And somebody said the other day, you are a nuisance to domestic animals. And I was like, he's on thousands of acres in a private farm and asked to be there by the farm owner. I'm like, how's he going to catch a domestic animal? And if he does, that domestic animal has trespassed onto somebody else's property, and if he's caused any problems, could be liable for it in court. So nobody's going to claim that domestic animal. It's, but there are safeties that go into the implements that he uses so that domestic animals hopefully will not get harmed. And so, if you've ever spent any time with a trapper, there's a lot of safeties in place. There's a lot of rules, and the TWRA works really hard, to make sure that people know trapping seasons, and they know your dog needs to stay on your property, not roam 10,000 acres. But it's just strange. It's weird but of course, not everybody lives my life. That's why I try to show my Appalachia lifestyle and show the native side of things and show, what I do. But I will say sometimes the ignorance in a day is more than I can tolerate. It's just more than I can tolerate. You're doing better than me, Paula. I had to have a coconut popsicle a minute ago. But I am losing fluid today, so I know the swelling is going down. So I do feel better. But I just wanted to come on here and let y'all know. If y'all have real questions for me, like I'm pretty much an open book. I talk about my life and all the troubles I've been through and all the jobs I've had and the crap I've seen. I don't care a bit to answer questions about me. I don't care a bit to answer questions about this channel. I started this channel because Ryan Edward Upchurch, and Ryan, if you see this, I don't know whether to be mad or glad, but he was having a lot of problems. And I could psychologically understand immediately what was going on. And so I made a video and posted it. And that was the only video I thought I'd ever post because I really thought he was going to harm himself. It worried me. And he saw it and he was like, you need to keep doing this. And I don't really go into Ryan's world anymore. He's gone in a direction I don't really want to go right now, but he's the whole reason I go on YouTube to begin with, and it's just like, good grief. Ice cream settles my stomach too. I don't know why. And I've not been able to eat any since last summer, so when I need ice cream, I eat a coconut popsicle because they're the closest taste that I can, that feels like I'm eating ice cream. I cheat. They're the Outshine fruit popsicles. They're pretty good. But I just want to come on here and say, I have plaid curtains because I'm a country bumpkin, and they're called farmhouse curtains. No, I've got a pink tank on and it's glowing, but I'm also swollen right here. If you see this, I'm swollen from my disorder. So don't be alarmed. It's just my neuromuscular disorder. Sometimes I turn purple. Sometimes it's piebald. You just never know what color I'm going to turn when I'm having a muscle freeze. It's just my neuromuscular disorder. And I try to show you all that too. So this is just another day. Last December, I had a whole, it swelled me up from here down to here. And I couldn't talk. And I had to come on and say that I was very sick and was going to need a few weeks off. And people were terrified. And that was the first time I had lactic acidosis. So I was really sick then. But I just wanted to pop on and say hello. And thank you for everyone that attended last night and got any information or researched anything or looked into anything. Oh, bless her. Well, I'm fixing to lose one of my very beautiful garden red buds, I'm afraid, this year. And I'm very attached to my land and everything on it. So, well, thank you. Is it Ronan? Thank you, Ronan. But I appreciate everybody that can come on here and be polite and ask questions and even be critical, but in polite ways, because you can be critical of people in polite ways. And we can have difference of opinion. That's why we just ask you to go research. I want you to swallow what anyone on the internet ever says, especially me. Go and research everything, question everything. That's what I've always told you. But when people come on in bald-faced lie, I'm just like, well, let me just clear this up. 99% of the comments we had were positive, and I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate y'all being interested and just looking at this, especially when we're giving you government websites to look at. I mean, you should really know what your government's up to. So, just wanted to say I'm not monetized. I've never been monetized. This is my craft hoard because I like to craft because I'm sick a lot in the winter. And so this keeps me focused, and I don't focus a lot on how I feel. I focus on what I'm doing. That's why I make my rattles for the tribes and my dream catchers. And I like to make little wreaths and stuff. And y'all, I make a bunch of stuff. My friends never go home without gifts. That's just how I am. And David knows this is what keeps me going in the wintertime. And so he's like, yeah, buy your crafts, go ahead, do it. And that's why my house literally does not have an empty spot anywhere on the wall. And my friends always go home with tons of stuff when they visit. So it's just who I am. I think almost every woman in that's middle aged like me has a craft hoard somewhere. I mean, yeah, mine's pretty bad because I cram it all in this curio, but at least it's isolated this one area. But this is really easy because it's got doors on the side. It's really easy for me to get in and get what I need without having to move boxes or dig, because I can't do all that. So that's my craft hoard hide. But I am not monetized. I don't. And somebody said, "Is she selling everything behind her?" What am I selling behind me? I mean, it's still in packages that I've not done anything to it yet. So at least give me a chance to turn it in. Don't tell them I'm selling that. That's just crap. Let me turn it into something. Did you? I'm gonna have to go look now. I dropped one the other day too, but boy, they didn't like it. I'm thinking about dropping another one. Just as they gave me such an elevated status, I'm trying to keep that status, I finally got somebody thinking I'm, a bigwig, and I'm thinking I might want to keep that momentum going because I've never been a bigwig before. So I'm so swollen. Y'all see that? I'm so swollen. But it'll go away in a day or two. It's going to be 60 something tomorrow. I will look much better tomorrow. Hang on. I got to enter numbers for Sabrina. But I just wanted to come on here. I had to think about that. That's bad, isn't it? It's programmed in my finger, but it's not programmed in my brain. See, my mother sews, and she's got a whole quilt shop in her basement. So it's genetic, y'all. It's genetic. I've still got some funny videos of my dad on this phone that I took when we were down at Mom and Dad's the other day that I've still not. I may put some of those up because I'm going to put my feet up here for a few minutes while she works on something. And I may put some of those up so you can see, my dad is just acting out and playing guitar and being silly. And Mom had made us a big meal, and we went down for grass-fed beef steaks off Dad's own farm that he slaughtered. And it was great. And Mom made those giant yeast rolls. Oh, gosh. I shouldn't have ate one, but I did. And had some family visit that I hadn't seen in a while. It was nice. It was nice. And we all sang. And we sang old songs that we used to sing in church. We sang some funny songs. And we just had a really pleasant day. Everybody just being happy and smiling and getting along and enjoying, getting out and having physical contact with people you love. It was really nice. 53 years crochet. Bless your heart. I am so horrible with my tension when I crochet. It's pathetic. I've made a little rooster, trivet, little hot plate thing. I was not proud of myself. I make really pretty native stuff. I do the rattles, the skull rattles, and the tribal sticks, the ceremonial sticks, and talking sticks for the local tribes around here. And they basically just give me what I have in them because I just kind of make them for them. They know they come see me every spring, and that's where they get that year's talking sticks, because at the end of the year they're given away to people in the tribe. And so every year I've done this now for 5 or 6 years since I've been home full time. And I'm used to working 80 hours a week, and now I'm dealing with this disorder and bored out of my mind. And so I read a lot. I read a whole lot. I do a lot of research. I keep up with the psychology of stuff that I'm reading. I keep up with the neurological testing they're doing. Some of it scares the crap out of me. And I try, if I read something that really scares myself, I try to pass it along to you all. I'm going to be 46 in May. And most of my friends, minus Sabrina, most of my friends are all older than me except for Sabrina. She's 1 year younger than me. All my other friends are. One of my favorite people I met last year was 71, and I would go over and visit her, and we would sew together, and I just love that. It was nice. And she recently had back surgery, so I've not been able to visit. But as soon as she heals, we'll be back to sewing together, And that's somewhere close that I can actually travel to, and lots of times when my husband is trapping and stuff, he passes right by, so he'll drop me off and then pick me up on his way back home. And I get to visit a really wonderful woman. I feel twice my age. Some days I feel three times my age, but it's just this disorder. And some days I feel almost normal. And on those days I will go way too hard and do way too much, but I really enjoy those days because I don't get them very often. Yeah, no one up here was really sick until like five additional ones in the county were added. But the weird thing is that the flat lights that are supposed to blink on top of them all the time are never on. Why would you put something on top of a mountain without flat lights? And they don't look like the others. They have panels, and if you've researched, you know what that means. So yeah, I'm there with you, and that's when it became harder for me to maintain myself. Now I have basically gone back to my great grandma was Cherokee. I've gone back to a lot of homeopathic remedies, a lot of land based, earth based mineral remedies. And I just, the doctors are flabbergasted, but no one will research my disorder because they can't get anyone to fund it. Well, they don't want to fund it because they know they'll find out that, there's really no way to make these people a consumer because it's so individualized. There's no way to make like people with MS have their monthly infusions that almost 99% of them take. There's nothing like that for us because the reflex sympathetic dystrophy is so individualized because it's normally caused from trauma, which has to activate one realm of the nerves and it can go into your organs. Mine is spread into my digestive tract and my pancreas. And, it will be what kills me, but it's like the slowest roller coaster ride ever. But it's also one of the most painful, tedious, just horrible. When I go into flare, I'm just miserable. I mean, it's just miserable. Drumming is very helpful. A pattern, any kind of like tapping in, even in tapping in therapy is helpful. You tap on different parts. Look into tapping, especially with affirmations. Drumming, pattern, any kind of pattern behavior that kind of releases energy. It's really good for you. I know people are thinking, "What in the world?" But it's just our bodies like patterns, our brains like patterns. Our brains are linear thinkers for the most part, and our body likes patterns. It likes to find patterns, and that's how that's how science kind of is research and stuff. And it's very comforting for your whole system, for almost every system in your body. Rhythms, tapping, music. It's what she said last night. It's cymatics. It's music. It's kinetic energy and music, and that's very comforting for most people. So that's why we like patterns. That's why we like stories. They're linear, a beginning, a middle, and an end. We like compartmentalizing stuff. So, um, but I'm just extremely proud that 90 something percent of the comments were polite because we've had massive troll traffic. But I'm not monetized. This is my craft hoard. This is where I buy stuff to make. I make it for my house, make it for my friends. It's so I don't get bored and just completely give into my neuromuscular disorder during the winter, okay? Because I hate the winter because I'm stuck in this house and I'm a fall hazard. And I have to have physical therapy here. My nurses have to see me here, and life gets really boring during the winter because I can't get out. I have Raynaud, so if I go out in the cold, all the blood goes to my core and I fall over and pass out. So it's weird. My disorder's weird. So I have to be very careful. I don't hardly ever go anywhere alone unless it's just right up to the road or something. If I have to give blood, I'll run up. I don't get to go anywhere really on my own anymore. And this is, after being a parole officer supervising murderers, being, tough as a pine knot, and then having this disorder just absolutely break my life. Yeah, Savannah, I'm on it. I've got three going, but I have to see. I started one for you, but it's been shuffled. I've shuffled it because I've got two more going. Now I'm thinking one of the other ones might be yours. You know how I have to wait and see how they talk to me. But I normally make them in bunches, and I've got three going right now. So It should still be there, but because it was live, you may have to go to my whole channel, view my whole channel, and specifically look for it because it takes the lives about 24 to 36 hours to bump over to my main. Just when you look for my videos for it to show there. So you may have to go and click my little icon and view channel, and it should show up there. I don't know why YouTube does their lives like that, but it takes them a while to show up, and the longer the live, the longer it takes to show up. I don't understand YouTube at all. Don't understand it at all. It's still there. It was still there a few minutes ago when I checked because I was reading the comments. But if you click on my icon and then view the channel, you can go down there and it'll probably be the last one before this one. So you can rewatch it if you want to. But thank you to whoever said yes. I wasn't looking good. I wasn't feeling good last night. I was really still in a lot of pain last night and not feeling well from the weather change. Today's better. Tomorrow should be much better because tomorrow's gonna be even warmer. I'm hoping that this is gone tomorrow, so we'll see how I wake up tomorrow. See if that's gone. But yeah, I'm not monetized. This is my craft hoard. It's like every woman has a closet full of the things they like to do. This is my closet. It's just in a curio in my kitchen because if I force myself to look at it, I will force myself to craft. And believe it or not, I have done stuff behind this. This is just what's pushed up against the glass. But I ordered some more flowers. And I've got some wreath frames. I'm going to make some wreaths. And I want a big sunflower wreath for my front door this summer. So I've been ordering sunflowers. They're cheaper on Temu, by the way. I was looking all over for the big sunflowers, like the ones they sell at Hobby Lobby, the ones that I've got my big milk urn on my front porch. And they're way cheaper on Temu. You can get ones that are like 2 foot tall. You can get 7 of them for like $5 or $6. And they cost like that much independently at other stores. And I was like, whoa. So I ordered me some of those because I like to put big flowers and sprinkle little ones around them when I make wreaths. But I'm going to be on a wreath making bender because I've got several wood rounds with funny things on them. And so we'll see where those end up. I don't know where they'll end up. But David donated one of his beaver hoops the other day to a place, the Boys and Girls Club and the domestic violence shelter in the county next to us. He used to do, work with the child support division over there. And so they know what he does and they know that this is his passion and they know we always have something homemade laying around because it's just who we are. And so this is his second year. Last year he donated 2 and right now he's got 1 done. He said, I might have another one. I don't know. Depends on when they need to come pick him up. And last year I think he earned around $300 for them in their auction. So they said, well, we were wondering if you would want to donate again. And he said, absolutely. So my husband has a heart of gold. He's a great man. So he's been working and finishing that. He's got the first one done if you just want to see it. Let me see if I can. I don't know if you can. I don't know if there's enough light, but can you see the beaver hoop? Yeah, you can see it. That's the first one. So this is just a big Tennessee beaver that's been laced into a wooden frame that he made. He made that all himself. He caught the beaver, tanned the hide, made the frame, and done the leather. And the leather was made by the Amish in Muddy Pond and by Bauman's Leather Shop. Mr. Bauman is a sweetheart. I adore him. So everything's homemade here. Planning to go to Nashville. Have fun, but be careful. Nashville's not the same Nashville I remember. Last time I was there, I went to see Laura Pergolizzi sing LP. Was it the Cannery? No, it was in, oh wait, it was somewhere else. Saw her first time in the Cannery. The second time she was somewhere else, but it was downtown, and it was just a whole different vibe. And I used to spend a lot of time in Nashville when I was training for Department of Corrections and stuff, and it's just a different place now. I don't like it at all. Y'all are so nice. See, y'all got little side conversations going, being nice to each other. Oh, Ryan's concert. I'm anxious to see how that goes because I just don't know. His vibe for me has been off lately, but I mean, I love the boy to death. I want to see him do well, but sometimes I just can't follow where he's sniffing. You know, that trail is not meant for me. I'm kind of looking at him kind of side-eyed right now going, where are we going with this? You know, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And, you know, sometimes we have to be a little leery of motives and intention. And I just kind of sit back and go, okay, where are we going? Because I just want to hear good music. I'm not here for the drama. I just want to hear good music. So I just want to hear good music. I spend a lot of time on Odyssey as well, and it's more there are more thinkers, critical thinkers over there, and I appreciate that. And I've been thinking about, because I've already got a page earmarked with my name. I've been thinking about starting a page over there, but I really honestly think my YouTube life is probably going to be a limited one because of the things I talk about. But I hate to move until I'm forced to, because I've got such a great little subgroup here that I mean, they're my extra family. I love them. The new baby's going to be a boy. We're still waiting on her too. Her body's trying, and like she's well enough along now. The doctor's fine with her going into labor. Like, we thought she was going into labor the other night. Well, she did. She dilated 3. Now she's kind of holding, and the doctor is not concerned because she's still doing great. He kept her in the hospital overnight and sent her back home, and so we're just waiting now. We're just waiting. But I've not slept good since that first night that she was not feeling good, and we found out she had dilated. So I'm waiting on my twin grandbabies, and it's about to drive me nuts. It's about to drive me nuts because I just want to know that they're here and they're okay. And the last week, I just said I'm waiting on my grandbabies, and I've got children. Now, how do you think that happens, you idiot? God Almighty. So I'm just waiting to see, if we can get them here and get them, here safe. I'll take the best nap ever when they're here and safe. Thank you, Savannah, for catching that. I was fixing to catch it too. But yeah, that's been the last couple of weeks of my life, is just, the waiting game and dealing with winter and all this stuff. But I just wanted to come on here and just make sure y'all know, if you have questions for me, ask them. I don't care to answer, serious questions about, what's going on and how I make my decisions, or how I come to arrive at some of my beliefs and stuff. I don't mind to tell y'all that. I wish they did. It would be much easier for the women. But I don't mind. But when people get on and start saying falsehoods, I'm like, well, let me address this. I'm not monetized. I've never been monetized by YouTube. There will never be a super chat button. I don't want you to buy me coffee, and I don't want you to send me anything. Normally, I'm the one that will make something and send it out. We'll do a game and do a number generator and send it out to my mods. We did that a lot last year, the year before. I've been doing a lot more physical therapy and a lot more health work on myself the last year, and so we've not put as much effort into the channel as we had the years before, and because I've been doing a lot of work on me. So, but my old mods here can tell you. I mean, we were sending stuff out every week, wasn't we? We was doing stuff every week, and sending a lot of artwork out, and we just had the best little subgroup. It was the most wonderful little family. Everybody was so polite. We loved having our little chit chats and little visits, and it was just a very pleasant place to be in our little lives with our little subgroup. I was content. And I don't know why my channel has blown up all of a sudden. I don't get it. So it's just weird, but I'm not monetized. And this is my craft hoard where I keep all my craft stuff. My other curio is decorated and pretty. Okay, see my roasters and stuff. But this is my craft crap that I keep. I make myself look at it, so I'll fix it during the winter and early spring. So you're in Dutchland. Speaking to Deutsch, yeah. I said serious questions. So I just wanted to clarify that so that everybody would know. And look at everything through a lens of, I need to question this. I need to check this out. I tell you that all the time. Question everything you see on the internet, even me. And I just want you to be aware, when I'm finding some stuff that makes me go, oh dear, I want to share it with you, especially if it's coming from a government site or it's a Pentagon document or something like that. I want to share it with you all. I think these are things that not everybody knows how to look for. And that when people find them, and people like me that has a research brain, we find them, we want to share them. And we want to make sure that people are aware. And so we're just trying to help people be aware. And, I want nothing for it. I just want good behavior in the chat. That's basically all I want. And This is just what I think I'm supposed to do. Well, Elsie Rose, honey, you're 15. You need to be supervised when you're on the web. Thank goodness you fell into my channel and not somebody else's way. You need to be careful where you go on the web. Okay, Scully. Hang on, Scully. I'm trying to catch up on Scully. Scully said plain feathered, not the fox head, please. Are you the one that emailed me? Because I got sick yesterday and did not finish those pictures. You can tell by my face how I feel today, but I feel better. Elsie, I'm a retired parole officer, so you just be careful on the internet. Okay. You just want a plain feathered one? I can do that. That's not a problem. Yeah, I can make one and mull it after that. Same ribbons and everything, and just leave the fur off if that's what you'd like. I could actually probably make the weave bigger if I leave the fur off. So, okay, I can do that. And I dress them up a little bit more when I leave fur off. So, I'll dress it up for you. And when I get it done, I'll send you pictures. Okay. I enjoy weaving. It calms me down, but I only ever weave when I'm in a positive mind state because I don't, dream catchers, growing up with the tribe. That's just what the little old ladies told me. Never weave when you're angry. Always weave, when you're in a positive mind state. And I take that very seriously because I don't want you to get something that I made when I'm angry. I want you to get something that I made when I was happy. So, but I've got frames already drying because David brought me a bunch of willow the other week. So I've got frames already drying, and I'll be able to do that pretty quick for you. So, oh, it seems like the troll brigade has found us, y'all. Here we go again. I mean, it's, the internet could be used for a lot of things, but boy, I tell you what, they use it to irritate people from most, don't they? Yeah, and that's and growing up Southern, you're told to never can veggies, certain weeks of the month too. So, just a lot of lore. I grew up with, I grew up, with a lot of native in Appalachian lore. You can see how swollen I am today. It's horrible. But tomorrow is supposed to be 63, so I'm hoping my red patches and stuff are gone tomorrow. Just my neuromuscular disorder. It's like MS, only more aggressive, which is why I look the way I do today. Maybe I'll look like a normal person tomorrow. I am starting to slim down a little bit right through here. So, but those 30+ degree temperature changes in 24 hours are rough on me, y'all. It hurts a lot. So, but that's just what I wanted to address and say howdy. Thanks for popping on and checking in with me, but not monetized. This is just craft junk that I put together, and it normally ends up on my porch or it goes for Christmas presents, and we do almost everything homemade. And I make the ceremonial sticks and stuff for a few tribes that are around the area. And they pay me back like for what I have in them, but like as far as like I don't sell them like super expensive. No, they pay me back for like what I have in them, and they're very sweet to do that. But I'm really honored that they like my ceremonial sticks that I make, and that they're being used, in actual, tribe community events. So I'm honored by that. So that's why I tell them, basically, just pay me for what I spent. If I like the fur, I don't even care about because my husband makes that. I get what I want from him for that. But like the leather and the beading and stuff and the abalone that they want in them, they know if they ask for special stuff like that, then I'll be like, okay, well that's going to be like $6-7 for that. But they always just say, well, how much did this one cost to make? And I'm like, it cost $27. And so that's what they normally do. But I'm not looking to get rich. I enjoy having my art used in Native ceremonial community events. And I mean, it's a big deal to me, I've got my DAWS registry done. I just need to finalize everything, get my paperwork in. And, but then, I've always been treated like a member of the tribe because I grew up because that's where Mama took us all the time. So I get treated just like everybody else, but I'm very honored that they use my art. So, and I'm honored that I have a husband that is kind enough to give the work he does that is so beautiful away for people to auction for, the Boys and Girls Club money and money for a domestic violence shelter. We try to be good people. So, I mean, we try, but we try to do at least 4 or 5 donations a year. So if somebody's having a health issue or the community's having a shindig for something, we try to always donate something because we always have tons of crafts here that we've made. We're just a crafting, weird native art kind of family. So the Lufkins, that's cute. The trolls are just, yeah. But in the trolls, we find treasures because we have jumped. Our numbers have jumped. But digging through the trolls is a bit tiring. But we're getting there. But, just this is just kind of a get to know me and don't believe the crap they're saying. This is just full of junk that I need to craft, but I ain't crafted yet. It's got a bunch of canvases and stuff down there, a bunch of vinyl decals. I got wagon wheels I'm going to make into wreaths. I've got some funny wood rounds. I've got Mod Podge and everything over here. And I like to craft. It's what I do in the winter to keep myself sane. And if you see my house, it's one giant craft. It's just everything is made. And it's just how we are. But I'm not monetized. There ain't nothing back there but junk that I've got to work on that's my private craft hoard. And I would never really want to be financially bound to YouTube. That just makes me feel dirty. I don't like it. So, but the other day I showed my buffalo check curtains and they said I was a how they put it, a cult leader in the Freemasons. And I was like, well, women aren't even allowed in the Freemasons, you idiots. Like, get it right. And then they wanted to take my newfound cult leader status away from me. And I was like, well, wait, I just got it. Let me enjoy it for one day. And then they couldn't even laugh about it when they figured out how wrong they were. So there's just some people in the world that logic just runs roughshod right over. And we just have to realize that we're trying to help beyond them, and we can't allow them to dictate our desire to help the others. And that's kind of what I do. So here I am. I'm not monetized. I don't want a coffee. You can't send me money. I do like to craft in the winter, which is where my craft hoard comes in back there. I could probably sit and put a prettier background, but no matter what I put in the background, somebody's always going to say something. So I figure I can look at what I'm crafting, and then you'll see what it ends up being, and you'll be like, oh, that was interesting. That was a neat way that was inventive, You've got a rock and roll heart. Well, Kevin, bless your heart. I've got rock and roll tattoos. It is a lot of it's a burden to carry. But I mean, if you knew something was going on really bad and you could help people, I don't know how you could not say something. That would eat me internally alive if I thought I was responsible for somebody else's pain or responsible for not finding a way out of that pain. That would eat me alive. I mean, when I hadn't been retired but 2 years and I had one of my parolees that had gotten off paper successfully, had done really well, and he worked at a sawmill, he got crushed by a log and killed. And his family called me and asked me to go to the funeral because I had been such an influential person in their family's life. I went to that man's funeral. When people say you've impacted my world, you respect that and you go and show them respect. And I've gone to more funerals for people that I supervised. Sadly that they've done well, but they were older when they got out and they passed on. But, it's just you show respect. When people learn something and change their ways and become a productive member of society, and you show respect. Everybody's coming home. Dave's home now. He says, I guess I am. So, but, So you like Brian May's Red Special then, Kevin, I presume. Hello from Russia. I've got people all over the world here. 97. Hey, you can't beat an old hard body Chevy. Just saying. I try to have empathy. If I ever come to a place where I'm not having empathy, I'd say I'm not conducive to society today, and I take a day off. So, oh, good grief. But I just want to come here and clear that up. So now y'all know. So if anybody else makes those comments, y'all can just you know the answers now. You don't even have to think about it. So that's that's basically what I wanted to say and clear up. I don't know how much else we're gonna be doing because she's only got a few more days left here, and we're trying to get through this weather transition, and then we've got some fun stuff planned because, believe it or not, we are actually people that we like to smile and go out and do fun things. Um, so if I get to where I'm feeling better and we get some warmer days, I think we've got 2 warmer days coming before another dip, and we're going to try to go out and do some fun stuff and see some sights and, close to the house, but get out and, show her some of the natural areas that I like and some of the overlooks and stuff that I like. So that's the plan. I don't know how much more we're going to be doing, but I wanted to say thank you to everybody that was polite and kind. And now everybody knows I'm not monetized. You may not send me money. I do not want a coffee, and I will never be monetized. And I just thought that was silly. Absolutely silly. Oh, and this is just a craft hoard. And my husband hates it just as much as y'all do. So I will get through it eventually. You will see this decorated again as soon as I get through all this crap. But it looks either this or my little extra room will have this crap in it every winter, and I craft all winter. So it's just what I do. Oh, Goblin, sounds like you have a problem. So, we both got him at the same time. Savannah, that was great. Okay, so I'm going to let you go, and probably won't see me again for a day or two, and just wanted to say howdy and clear that up. So, Scully, I will be in contact with you, and we'll get that made and sent your way. So I'll yell at you as soon as I get the framework done. I'll start sending you pictures so that you can help dictate what I use and stuff like that. So I'll be in contact. Everybody else, have a great day. Savannah, thank you so much for helping me, sweetie. And I've got chores on the way too. Everybody have a wonderful day. Go out and be nice to somebody today. I'll see you later.